are live. Welcome to Caffeinated Arcade. We are streaming our homebrew campaign Adventures in Alainn, and it's been an interesting few sessions. The party sought vengeance after one of their members fell in a battle for Palumrock. Sunevi of the Misty Lake ended up falling to, I think, a sword wound, was it?
Either that or a spell from a certain spellcaster.
Nice. Yeah, so Sunevi ended up not being successful in
They
living.
unalived him. They
Yes!
unalived him.
He is very much unalived. And the party was fairly distraught afterwards. They talked to the Moon Shroud, and the leader, Zidengast, being a cleric, offered to raise him from the dead, but there would be a shift from essentially Sunevi's deity being Fossick to worshipping the saint of Mona instead. And, well, they weren't too sure if Sunevi would appreciate that with his belief system. So they decided to do gentle repose instead for now and seek another way, if possible. And they decided while they were in Palumrock, they might as well wrap things up, knowing that one of the guild masters that they were fighting against made it out of the battle by running away. And they went to unalive her and were pretty successful. They solved a few puzzles and traps within her workshop, but ultimately won the battle, and now Palumrock is free from all of the Dynasty and Phantom Vanguard and Fiends of Prestige influence, as there were many guilds teaming up together. So now, where we left off, the party was still in the workshop after the battle, taking a breath, taking things in, and possibly looking at looting the place, if I remember correctly. So we will pick up there.
I was starting with the body, and in my notes I have nice dagger and crossbow, two nice daggers, and a necklace as their spellcasting focus.
Yes, that would be correct. Let me get this.
All right. So the bodies are cool, are looted. Any rooms we didn't visit?
So, you know from the central chamber that. Here, let me reveal just a little bit more of this. Actually, we'll reveal everything that's open. Just to go for brevity's sake. So, you're in the area that had the anti gravity spell going, and which is not the spell, obviously, but you know there are several rooms connecting to this chamber that you haven't really had the chance to go through, but if you see anything of interest that you'd like to investigate.
Yeah. Let's do this.
Okay, so this room's actually unlocked, and it seems to be her chambers before she was unalived. But now that I'm saying it's addictive, let's see what you find here. Why don't we do? I'll give you a general description first. So, you see nice furnishings in this room. There's a nice red decorated rug in the center, and there's a room divider leading to a bathtub next to it. And you also see a locked closet door.
It's not going to be locked for long, but before I do that, I wanna lift the rug to look for any like trapdoors or floorboards or whatever.
Yeah,
Staying in character. Trust Tom to inspect the rug.
Yep.
Make an investigation check.
Gotta make sure they match the curtains.
Let's see. There we go. Let's see. I'm not seeing the.
It's not coming over.
That's weird.
That's weird. Yeah. Let me click refresh.
Hey, you're all good. In the meantime, what are the rest of you doing?
Putting outside with Lobo.
Awesome.
Okay. I'm going to cast my check for trap spell.
Oh, okay.
I have a reveal trap spell.
Nice.
So I'm gonna.
Yeah, go ahead and post that. Which room are you casting it in?
So we're in a bedroom area, right?
Yes.
I do believe. So yeah, I guess we're gonna check in that area.
Okay, cool. Let's see.
Where's my?
I just wanted to see the range on this.
There it is. Sorry, I'm just a little slow on the uptake.
Hey, you're all
I
good.
know it's here somewhere.
Okay. So
There we go.
nice. And Tom, you're looking for a trapdoor under the rug. You're
Starting with the rug. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't see anything
Just in
actually.
general.
It seems to be clear.
Sweet. All right. Yeah, and then I'll lockpick the closet.
Okay. And Rylan, you don't pick anything up. Yet, based on the description.
Okay, so no glyphs of warding or sepal snakes or any magical traps that I can pick out around the room. Okay. Yay!
Okay, and then, yeah, that's easy enough to open up the closet door. And as soon as this happens, Rylan, you do get a ping.
You might want to be really careful in that closet.
So
There's a trap in there.
you get the sense that something within the closet is trapped.
Yeah. She's got something really fancy and nice in there that she put a trap on.
Really?
Yeah, there's a trap in there.
'Cause she liked it, so she went and put a trap on it. 'Cause she liked it, so she went and put a trap on it.
That's one way to make sure that somebody doesn't run off with your favorite.
Thing.
You know, you hate it when your assistant keeps borrowing your favorite pair of shoes.
I mean,
Yeah.
it is the bedchamber, so it could be a different favourite thing.
Exactly.
All right. So what are the things, and then I'll decide if it's even worth looting.
So you see a lot of her clothing is in here. So you see a lot of her mage-like robes. You also see that there's on the ground underneath the clothing racks is a chest.
I'm
Alright.
guessing it's something in the chest, but that's the
I'm gonna-
guess.
I'm gonna yell out to the group. I think it's the chest. So I'm gonna put all of the robes into my bag of holding.
Okay, cool.
All right. So I'm raided this lady's closet, and there's a chest in the closet that is pretty obviously trapped.
Yes.
Okay.
Raided the closet and stole all her clothes.
I mean, she's
Tom's
dead.
in the
She's dead.
closet.
You know what? With these clothes, I probably could be. Let's see. more than likely magically trapped. So if I want to try to disarm it, would that
Do
be
I have
Arcana?
does this spell give me an idea of whether it's a magical or a um mechanical trap?
Let's see
I don't
here.
I don't think it says.
Spell. It's merely revealing that the trap is present. You do learn the general nature. You get the sense that it would be mechanical in nature.
Okay. Mechanical, I think it's mechanical, not magical.
All right.
So you might know how to disarm it, unless you skip that day of rogue class.
No, I didn't skip any rogue classes. I got A's in all my classes. And then
That
I
you
put
went to.
I got A's in all my classes.
Yay!
All right, I guess I'll try to disarm it.
Okay. And just to keep it easy, we'll keep it the same roll as your thieves' tools check.
Okay. Have to keep doing it manually and roll 20 now.
Oh no.
I don't know what's going on with my Beyond, but it's not the end of the world.
Nice. And easy enough. You quickly realize that it's a poison dart trap, and you disarm it. And for brevity's sake, we'll say that you're able to open up the chest after that pretty easily. And you find 20 platinum pieces in it.
Ooh. Money, 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 money. And that's it?
Yeah, that's all that's in that chest.
It was empty, guys. Let's check another room.
Make a deception check. And anyone
and
who
do
wants
the-
to roll insight can. That's amazing. Derek, you believe him. Rylan, you definitely believe him.
I got these nice clothes, guys. If you guys want some mage robes, I got some mage robes. And that's it.
Maybe we can sell and make some cash back.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Shame there's no more around here. Make it worth our while.
Who really needs money anyway?
You've changed your tune, Tom.
So, you also know that there was a, kind of looking through the place, right next to the prison cell, there seems to be a kitchen and pantry area.
Oh, perfect for Lobo. Go feast.
Oh, sorry. I'm outside. Like Lobo and Ilya are fully outside.
Oh.
They just yeeted.
All right.
Like we
There's
went up when you. Oh, yeah, go on.
There's a kitchen if you want food.
Oh, I mean, I'm not particularly piggish.
Yeah, but it's free.
I mean, you don't know what a person like that put in their food.
Well, if Lobo wants it, there's food.
I think he's good.
Alright.
You can see he's sort of contemplating it, but he's not like, can't be bothered. Not hungry enough.
Nice. So, which area are you going into next, Tom?
Watching me, of course.
There's a kitchen and then there's a
Um,
workshop.
Well, unless there looks to be like a really expensive bottle of wine in the kitchen, I'll move on to the
Yeah.
workshop.
For the kitchen, make a investigation check. Okay, nice. On that 15, you do find on a countertop there is a book, and it has a very fine script on it that says Dr. Burrell's famous cookbook.
Okay.
Do you take it?
Yeah, I'm taking it.
Awesome. Cool. And then go ahead and make one. That's really all you find in the kitchen except for some nice like spices and herbs, and she also seems to be a fan of Flamorian wine.
Yeah, man. Wine
Is
is
she a
good.
foodie? Is she a foodie?
Apparently. Her kitchen is pretty well stocked.
I'm sure the moon shroud will make good use of it.
And
I know what I said earlier, but even so, any fresh meats.
yeah, you can
Fresh
find some.
meat.
I told you to come in.
I know, but wizardy types, they're usually all like, can't eat gluten, can't have the meat, gotta eat the vegetables, all that kind of stuff. No offense, Mel.
It's clear that this person wasn't like vegan or vegetarian, uh, which is funny because I don't know why they'd be vegetarian. They have to handle batshit to cast a fireball.
That is true. Very true. So, and we'll say on that investigation check, Tom, with the cookbook, you notice that it's hard to get a sense of like what it's completely about with just a glance. But essentially you do see some recipes and they seem to have like specific like buffs and like purposes.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna make a hero's feast. I'll read this during a long rest or something.
Okay. And are you going to the workshop next?
Yeah, unless somebody else wants to like come around. I don't have to. I've
I'm
already
trying
been
to
saved
check
from my
out, but my
troubles.
investigation is I'm clearly distracted, and my investigations are terrible. So somebody's going to need to investigate other than just me, because apparently I see nothing.
You could aid,
That's all
Tom.
good.
Yeah, how about I just give you an advantage and give you some assistance?
I'll take it. I'll take it.
Yeah, I'm just going to give you assistance because clearly, like with the trap spell and everything else, I'll just give you assistance because my investigations have been absolutely terrible.
There, I'll take. Oh,
Oh no. So
See,
keep
I'm
the
not
13.
helping. I'm no longer helping.
13.
You've dragged him down with you.
Apparently, I'm so sorry.
You do find. Okay, you actually do find a couple things on a 13. Not as much as you could find, but you find one, and you recognize it right off the bat because you've used it before. You find one standard healing potion.
Yay, healing potion. These are good.
one
You can have it.
potion you don't recognize. It seems to be a light blue color. And then you find, well, I'll just tell you just so I don't have to keep track of it. 100 gold worth of rubies. And then a pearl worth 100 gold.
All right, guys.
Oh, actually, there's one more thing in the 13 list. You find this rock just kind of sitting there on the table in the workshop.
Oh, how nice. She had a pet rock.
Is this one of those sending stones?
Pet rock, Jesus Christ.
So, you can make an Arcana check.
I can. I'm good at that. I hope.
Would you like some assistance with it before you roll it?
Yeah, I'll give you assistance and guidance. I can give you guidance too.
Okay. So I'll roll my Arcana, and then I'll roll the guidance.
Oh, Jesus.
So that's 15. And then if I have the advantage from Derek, then I'll roll all of that again.
Derek did say he was assisting, so go
I
for
did.
it.
I'll take it.
I tried to make sure I said it before you rolled as well, so it wasn't like a,
Woohoo!
oh, by the way, I'll help.
Yeah,
Nice.
I know things.
There we go. So you kind of hold the rock in your hand, and it seems to be almost like humming. And every once in a while, it's almost like a prism effect where it will like change different colors. And you sense, you've never necessarily seen anything like this before, but it seems to be holding a very wild, chaotic form of magic that could be really difficult to predict.
Yeah. Well, let me, guys, come here, gather around. I have some rubies for everyone. And who's here? So, what's it called? Lobo and Ilya are outside, so it's just
No,
Rylan.
we finally went inside because you guys were taking too long.
Okay. Well, all right. So then,
Lobo
So
and
you-
Lobo's done doing her business. It's his business, and now they're back in.
I see. Okay, so I'm gonna give Mel 20 gold worth of rubies, and I'm gonna give Derek 20 gold worth of rubies, and Rylan 20 gold worth of rubies, and Ilya
Thank you.
20 gold worth of rubies, and Lobo 20. That's 5, right?
Yeah, that's awesome.
5 by 20 is 20
I love
gold
how you
worth of
give
rubies.
20 gold to the wolf.
Lobo's a member of the team now, and I want Lobo to keep liking me.
Believes in equal shares.
Yes, you guys keep the gold worth of rubies, and I have this pearl and this weird humming rock.
Yeah, like Lobo is visibly confused. Like he doesn't know what to do with these.
Bury it. Oh, don't dogs bury things? I don't know.
I mean, they do, but not just random rocks they are handed. Doesn't know these are special.
All right, well,
But I mean, Ilya will scoop them up.
there you go. I mean, it was either that or hold them for glucose, and I'd rather not do that. I'd rather give it to the dog.
I mean, I'm not complaining.
Amazing.
And I'll see if
Dog.
Zyla can help me with this rock. Or Mel, do you have identify? Maybe Mel can.
I think she does.
I mean, if it's for wizards, if it's in the spell book, they could just ritual it.
Yeah. Yeah, she does. So.
Sweet.
She says, should we get out of here first?
Unless there's anywhere else we want to steal from.
I mean, I second Mel's suggestion. So you have much longer, Lobo will start licking my wounds.
All right, we could peace out.
And you get the sense based on your
Alainn, we're just
investigation check. You got everything that you saw.
once
Yeah, I'm sure the Moonshroud will also take a look through here. You know, whatever. We don't need to uncover every single thing in every single place. I already have a house.
That's awesome. Technically 2 houses.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
right. That's
true.
right. I have that one shack
Yeah.
in yeah.
In Port Belleville.
Yes.
You guys have
spring
a
break
house
spot.
and a vacation house.
When this campaign is over, we'll all start working in real estate instead.
I mean, world are we?
What's that? Alright, so do you make your way out of the workshop?
Yeah. yeah.
Awesome.
And I guess we have the bodies to show proof of decapitation or whatever.
Yeah, that'll work. And Mel will identify things kind of on the way over. Just anything you hand to her.
I definitely want to identify the maid robes.
She takes one look at it and just goes, "Those aren't magical."
Okay, all right. But do you think any of them look really pretty? Like maybe you want a dress?
These ones look kind of nice.
Yeah. You never know. You
mean-
can archmage it up.
She picks
Take
out
this
like a nice
wrong.
purple set.
Don't take this the wrong way, Mel, but purple isn't really your color.
Ooh.
You see
I didn't
just
know you
one
were a
single tear go
tabaxi.
down her
Is that-
face.
You're tabaxi. You're so catty.
I mean, I'm sorry, but it doesn't really go well with
I don't
the.
know.
Doesn't really fit the black and silver hair at all.
Oh. Fine. And then she uses disguise self to change it to green.
And then I'll hand her the rock and hope and hope for the best.
Okay. So she casts Identify on it, and you, she tells you, well, it gives a little bit of a boost to your spell attack, if you attune to it, but once per day, you can just kind of see what it does. Offer it a chance of outside of story. It's 1 roll on the wild magic table.
Yeah, I had a feeling it sounded very wild magic-y. Maybe Glucose will like it. I don't know. I'll mull it over.
Nice.
Maybe I'll literally hold it over his head.
That's awesome.
Just high enough you can't reach it.
Right.
It is called, and she would reveal to you that it's called the Rock of Uncertainty.
So depending on how you wear it, it might still just be a pet rock.
Pretty much.
I mean, if I never attune to it, it can't hurt me.
That's true. We should give him a name.
And Mel just says, "Is there anything else I need to identify?"
I don't think so.
So, dropping a slight hint, you got the sense that there was probably some magical properties to the cookbook as well.
Oh. Well, I'm gonna read it before I have her identify it anyway.
Okay, sounds good.
I'll let that one be the surprise.
Yeah.
He opens the book and has like a Jumanji moment and just gets sucked in. It's like, surprise!
Yeah.
I mean, if that's what happens, that's
I
what
was
happens.
getting
Welcome
that the
to
cookbook
Mist.
was kind of like a potions book.
Well, I'll let you know. I'm looking forward to a good read. You know, some candles, some of that wine.
Everything you found from a dead woman's house.
Turns out it's
I might wear
exclusively
her clothes when I do
cookbook
it.
for long pick.
This is amazing. So you make your way back to the Moonshroud sector, and things have died down slightly, but you weren't gone a whole lot of time. I would say maybe better part of 2 hours, maybe 3. So you get into the guild hall and you see I'm laughing at the chat. You see Zayden, and he just says, "Well, you're back in one piece. Some of you a little beat up. Is everything okay?"
I mean,
Yeah.
the woman's dead.
Doctor's dead? Okay, well, I'll send some agents out to secure the house. Yeah, thank you for all you've done for Palumrock. It'll be a little bit of a shift trying to get everything back to normal, but now that certain guilds are out of the picture, I think everyone will be able to breathe a little easier thanks to you.
I mean, I just got here.
You helped with the doctor, did you not?
Let's not talk about that. Out of character, I'm pretty sure I didn't do any. I'm pretty sure I didn't do a damn thing. Pretty sure, like, I just got attacked and just cheated out of there.
That's awesome.
Oh well.
And Zayden just says, "And I still have your friend here. He's still on the altar." I would check to make sure none
Still
of the
dead?
thieves gave him a mustache while you were away.
I would be so mad. I'm gonna go look at the body, make sure that did not happen.
That's awesome.
Actually, remember, according to his poster, he's supposed to have a mustache.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Oh my god, it just makes the weekend at Birdie's
Not a
even better.
drawn-on mustache.
Make a
Wait.
perception check to check for mustache.
Mustache check.
Oh no!
Mustache.
Did somebody actually cut off a broom brush mustache for him?
There's like the faintest of pencil mustaches.
Oh no!
We trusted you.
Come on, that's not real. Somebody just drew that on.
Ah!
Again, I guess it would make sense for lizards to have facial hair.
He was gone too soon, Evie.
That is insensitive, and I will not support that.
God.
Of course I will.
So, you have your deceased friend back in your care, and he's still under the gentle repose spell, so he hasn't decayed at all.
So, what's the plan for you fellows now then?
Well, we were
Well,
gonna
we were
discuss it.
we wanted to. Are we going to take his body back to his mom first? Well, we really should while it's fresh. But we also do. We're kind of on our way to the island, which we kind of need to leave for from here before they know that we took out all their people here.
Oh. Oh yeah, that
Yeah.
whole ordeal.
Mel, do you have teleport yet?
And she just says, I have teleportation circle, so I can go to a circle that I've studied before.
How much can you carry when you do that?
Well, do you mean the amount of people?
Yeah, like who? Yeah,
Yeah.
who? How many did you travel with?
So she can.
There had been a tower that we saved from an elemental that was like focal point of teleportation tower is in my mind. That maybe we can kind of hopscotch, give back Sanivi, and then still make good progress towards the Obsidian Isle, I believe it, or whatever it was
Yeah,
called.
the prisoner,
Um,
the prisoner's tower.
How
Yeah.
about we save that? How about we save that discussion for later?
Wait, what question?
Yeah, let's just focus on getting your fallen companion home for now, shall we?
Okay, well, that's the question. How close to Sinivi's home swamp can she get us?
Mel just does the math very quickly in her head and says, well, my teleportation circle stays open for 6 minutes. Oh, sorry, it's not 6 minutes, 6 seconds. And anyone who can make it through
Six
within that
minutes we
time.
can like have the whole family come through. Yeah.
So as long as you guys are quick, we should be fine. And if I recall, Mad Henry's was about a day's travel away from the Misty Lake.
One more time. Oh, sorry.
No, go.
I just heard Mr. Lake. I just don't know if I missed anything. I don't think so. So yep, go on.
Yeah, it's a day's travel from Henry's, and
Okay.
if we just took a boat from here, because this is a dock, and I believe our pirates stole some boats already.
Mm-hmm.
What time frame would that look like?
Based on, well, why don't we do this? Just because you guys have only done a little bit of sea travel. Anyone who's good at survival, go ahead and make a survival check.
Will do. 26.
Nice.
I'm not gonna likely beat that, but I was still gonna roll because I think my survival's pretty good. If I can find it, but I've been rolling like crazy, terrible.
Hey, nice.
23.
Nice. So we'll say both of you, being above a 20, would know that to make the journey with a ship would take a while, because you would have to basically sail through the Lilac Bay, maybe stopping in Port Belleville along the way, and then you would have to basically repeat your journey down through the swamp down to the Misty Lake. So you would be looking at, depending on how the sea travel goes, somewhere between probably 7 to 10 days, whereas
Wait.
the teleportation would be 1, as long as you do fairly well traversing through the swamp.
Yeah, I think we might be better off with with traveling on foot through the swamps. Could be faster.
Probably.
And I don't really know how Lobo would handle sea travel.
Oh, we're gonna be on a boat eventually.
Yeah, I can. Let's save that discussion for later.
Okay. So on foot into the back to Cecil V's family. And we all agree that it's Glucose's fault.
Poor Glucose.
I could have sworn it was the pirates' fault.
Is it really in good taste to throw around blame when talking about someone's death?
I'm not really throwing around blame. I'm just saying if they want somebody to like be angry at, I just yeah.
You volunteer him as tribute.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm sure that won't be the first thing on their minds.
Okay.
And a question for the party. There also lies the issue that you were able to get the sea vessels. What do you have the pirates do with them, if you trust them with them?
The Navy trusted them.
Well, one of them was supposed to be in as like a bonus ship that they got to do it, and the other one, and they were going to get that as like payment to take us to the island. So they were supposed to be gearing it up for us to take home,
Okay.
to take over. I thought that was what it was.
So if you're planning on going back to the swamp, would you ask them to take care of the boats in Plume Rock? Would you ask them to take them somewhere else?
I think we're coming back to Plume Rock after, right, guys?
That depends. Mel, can you take us back?
Can you get us closer to the other island?
Not unless I have access to a teleportation circle.
Okay.
Do these guys have one?
There is no teleportation circle in the Moon Shroud, at least.
Okay, does Moonshot actually have anybody that well, they wouldn't know how to where to teleport us because they've not been there. Okay.
Well, do they know of anyone who has a teleportation circle?
Yeah, there's a good question.
Do you ask Zayden?
Sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Zayden just says, well, if there would have been one, the doctor would have had it. So if you didn't see one in her house, I do have a teleportation-based spell, but it's a one-way ticket. It would only... Because I've established this guild hall as a sanctuary for myself.
Okay.
So that means I would have to come with you, and... well, there's a lot to cover here.
I mean, not to sound ungrateful for what we have done, but you did just say Balloon Rock owes us a great deal.
Make a persuasion check.
I can. Can I give him guidance on that? No. I
The
guess
thing is, I'm
persuasion's a little
wondering if I
different.
can somehow gain advantage at this through Lobo, but I don't think I can. I don't think that works as intimidation. and I would rather have this.
Um,
Screw it. Let's just have a go at it. See what happens. Not bad. do.
Nice. 22. On that, he says, "You know what? You're right. You liberated the entire city. Let me make some preparations, and put someone in charge while I'm gone. But yeah, I'll be your bride back, per se."
Excellent. Thank you. This is very much appreciated.
Fantastic.
You guys are welcome.
That's amazing. So, he begins to stand up and just says, he kind of twirls the umbrella a little bit. I always forget that he has that. It's just an umbrella, like, raining shadows around him. But, you see, he just says, "Well, unless you have any other business that I need to be a part of, I am going to prepare my things."
They don't.
Thank you
think
very
so?
much. Yep, we should be good to go shortly.
Speaking of preparations, do any of you fellows need to prepare anything? Anything at all?
No, I think we're.
No, I'm
Well, I'm
looking
gonna say
forward
goodbye
to.
to Auntie before we go, but other than that, I'm good.
Yeah, I'll flourish a bow for Onyx when I see her for some goodbyes.
Okay,
Nice.
still yes, chat. I mean, it's gonna sound a little bit selfish, but I do have a quick errand I would like to take care of before we leave, if that's alright.
No problem.
Yeah, do what you gotta do. Mm-hmm.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So what errand would Elia go on?
Also would like to ask around and try to see if you can find the, well, whoever's in charge of, like, religious stuff in this guild.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, just
that's
whoever's
easy enough.
head religious figure.
Yeah, you don't have to make a roll for it. You would gather from your brief time here that Zidon seems to be a cleric of some nature. So you get the sense that in addition to overseeing the guild, he also acts as sort of a priest to the Moonshroud and is the, I guess, representative of Saint Mona. There are other priests, of course, at the temple who oversee it while he's not there, since he's back and forth so much, but you know that he's the person in charge.
Yeah, that'll do. I'll settle for him.
Okay. And you ask around and find him packing his things, and he's preparing a ginormous trunk with luggage, and there seems to be like suits and ties and different caps.
Fast, like, you do know you're going to a swamp, don't you?
Oh, pardon me. I need to rearrange my wardrobe. And he kind of waves a hand and puts that away and is looking through very limited travel-based gear. Most of it seems to be for looking fancy.
Well, I hope I'm not intruding, but you're the one in charge of, well, you would be a Mona's representative here, wouldn't you?
Yes, that is correct.
Oh, excellent. Was hoping to maybe. Well, I was hoping to ask you something in regards to the Saints and whatnot.
Yes, of course. What can I answer?
Well, how to put this? Do you think Fasak, the deity, would you say he's the beta type?
Hmm.
No, he's probably not your main, main saint of knowledge, but figured I might as well ask.
Yeah. Um, can you repeat what you said one more time? What type is Fossick?
Just if you think he's like the bitter sort of saint, the ones who keep a grudge.
That's that's a good question. From what I know, you said it very well. He's not my patron saint or anything like that, but being a priest to one of the saints, you do learn a lot about the others. He's most of the time, very kind, very gentle-natured, but he tends to display the wrath of nature's fury when it comes to mankind ruining natural habitats and disgracing nature.
Right, I see. I suppose that makes sense. There you go. But on a different topic, why exactly does the Moonshroud worship Mona of all deities, saints?
Well, I can't answer for everyone else, but she has a way of accepting everyone who might not normally fit in. And this is, I know Sunevi would know this, but I don't think I've described it yet for Elia, but Zayden is a drow elf and uses the shadows to kind of overwhelm the sunlight sensitivity of the umbrella. And he just says, well, I originally did not grow up around here. I grew up closer to the Blighted Lands. And when I came into regular society, I wasn't the most accepted. But through Mona, I found, I don't know, a sense of belonging, especially with other worshippers.
Well, I'm a bit of a Mona follower myself. Not as much as Fasak. Not
Really?
really. Oh yeah, she's fairly popular back home.
Where's home for you?
And at this question, you see she immediately freezes for a moment and sort of tries to come up with something. Just somewhere in Nuova.
Oh,
Nothing.
the Elven City or the tribes in the forest?
Well, it's been a great talk, but I really should get back to my companions. So
And he's just like, oh, good talk. And he continues trying to find clothes that are best fitted for the swamp. And you
I'll
make
be
it back
taking
to
my
your
leave.
friends?
sorry about that. When are we leaving? And do we assuming we have to take a move us?
And Mel just says, I'm ready to cast a spell whenever.
I don't know, but like we need to bring that guy along, didn't we?
Well, he's kind of casting the spell first, so kind of.
And we want to be able to get
Right.
back.
I
So
mean,
kind of, yeah.
I mean that. I mean we just walk.
But if we walk, it'll take much longer.
I mean, is that really a bad thing? I walked here. I walked here.
Well, we have a dead body, and we're kind of on a time scale, so a little bit of a problem right now.
Suppose. Again, I'm sure the countryside is great. Is lovely this time of year.
It was lovely on the way here, but like I said, unfortunately, we do have a little bit of a time crunch. I know I don't like being in cities either.
Well, you know, it's. Oh, I don't mind being here. You know, he just seems so busy. It would be a shame to take him away from his work, wouldn't it?
Again, it's kind of we kind of need. We're gonna go there. Gonna have a day of funeral rites at least, and so yeah, we kind of need to. Are you okay? Did you want to like wait here while like popped there and back and
Yeah, I'm fine. Why are you asking?
you, you just seem a little bit nervous. Are you not a fan of swamps? It's okay. Like you can wait here. We'll be like I said, probably 48 hours.
I mean, well, I'll come along. I owe it to Fazak. The new was a follower, after all.
Okay.
Like you can see, like Lobo is just shaking his head in what's the term?
Lobo disagrees strongly, does he?
Oh, not that thing, but like when you just like you at this point you've just given up trying to talk somebody
All
out.
right, all right.
This is annoying. I don't remember the word, and it's really annoying me. It's really annoying me. Surrender, that is. Like he's not even going to try and do anything. Yeah, he's been through this
Argue.
before. He's been through this before, clearly.
He knows this dance. Okay.
He knows
All
what
right.
he knows something's up, and he's
Well,
not going to try and deal with it.
So, you notice Mel kind of going over things in her spell book a little bit, and then Poseidon finally comes back with a large trunk of clothes, and some of them don't seem very well suited for the swamp, but he tried his best.
Okay. Cool.
These clothes aren't as new as some of my other ones, so I think they'll be okay for the swamp. And Ryland, in your experience as a druid and barbarian,
Okay.
you are heavily questioning this.
I'm looking, going. I have like 2 outfits. You need a whole trunk. Okay.
Wait, you have two out.
Just
You guys
smile
get
and
outfits.
nod. Smile and nod. Personality A has one outfit. Personality B has one outfit. That way they don't fight.
Oh. Like angry siblings.
Yep, pretty much. Uh, so are you sure you got everything? We good to go?
Yes, let me make sure I have some of my wines. Yeah, I think we're ready.
You know, with like
Uh, okay.
with like a sigh of defeat, I'll just sort of like hand him a wool blanket and just go, "You'll need this."
Oh, thank you.
Do you, most importantly, you've got like your bracers on just in case we have some unexpected people on the way.
Sounds good. And then Mel says, "All right, are we ready?"
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All
Yeah.
right, you have 6 seconds by the time I finish this last rune on the floor.
Everybody gather round.
I run over and give Auntie a quick hug.
And she's at the bar, a little sloshed, celebrating, but goes, "Oh, it was so good to see you."
Good to see you. We'll try not to be strangers. I'll be back in a little bit, and we'll talk later. Okay?
Okay.
Gotta run.
Be safe. And Mel finishes the last rune on the floor, and it starts glowing, and she goes, "Go, go, go, go!"
I would like everybody to make a dexterity check.
Oh my goodness!
No.
As
will be
Ilian
fun, though.
Lobo just starts running forward.
Oh no.
I'll make one for Mel just for fun.
Oh, Mel.
That's a 9. Oh, nope. That's a 6. Just kidding.
Fuck's sake, Mel.
So, yeah, just out of curiosity, we'll need those rolls from Tom, Ryland, and Derek. But we'll say Mel, even though she drew the rune and knew it was coming, she's at the back of everyone. And right before the portal closes, you have to like grab her arm and pull her through.
Oh dear.
Same with Ryland.
Apparently with me too, because Auntie and I would Auntie got a hold of my arm.
Mhm.
I was trying to talk to me while she was drunk. Yeah.
And Derek
Wow.
does okay.
No. We've got to go. We've got to go right now.
Even with the Nomus super lock, I still only got an 11.
We'll say anything
Got a
above
1.
a 10 is fine.
And
No, that's a
technically,
nat 1. I'm not sure if like I even make the door the portal.
Mhm.
That's a nat 1. Wow.
Oh, I need to go quickly. Because I
Oh, let me roll for
think Lobo
Xyden
gets
too.
proficiency, but I don't remember. 1 second.
You're all good. And Xyden does really well, so we'll say, just so we don't have a party split between two ends of the continent, well,
Oh, it'd be great. Don't worry about it.
yeah, that wouldn't
Oh
be
yeah, it'll be
a
perfectly
DM's
fine.
nightmare at all. So
DM, it could either be absolutely fun for DM or an absolute nightmare, depending on.
mhm.
Mm.
So we'll say Xyden grabs Ryland's arm and just says he has to. We'll say he has to choose between you or the trunk of clothes.
Oh dear. He's gonna hate me.
He chooses you.
Well, thank you.
And then we'll say
Oh, here it is,
Derek,
yes.
you're able to help
Okay,
Mel
so
get
he-
through. in time.
Mhm.
So he does get my proficiency bonus. So that would be a +3 on top of this. Okay, so Lobo, he gets even better than me. He gets a 16.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you're totally fine.
Lobo just sort of picked you up and then tossed you in, right?
Pretty much.
So you all suddenly appear, some a little at the last minute than others, right in Mad Henry's basement. And he's there with goggles on, working on a contraption of sorts. And he just sees you appear out of nowhere in his teleportation circle. And he just goes, "Oh, Saints! What the? Oh, that's right. It's you. I told you you could come anytime. In the future, if there's any way you could give me a bit of heads up. But you know this is fine.
How would we do that?
You know, that's true.
The phone hasn't been invented yet.
None of you have spells that
I
can...
guess you'd have to a magic mouth or a sending, but most sending you have to be within a certain distance, don't you?
I think it's message that's a shorter distance.
Oh, okay.
Sending is a longer distance, but I don't think anyone has it. So he just goes, "It's fine. Don't worry about it." So, what are you here for?
Your lovely company. No, we had Sanevia had an unfortunate case of death, and we're bringing him home to his family.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, you're a little bit closer now, it sounds like. I've been working to fix up the lighthouse ever since the fire elemental attack, but thanks to you acting so fast, it wasn't that bad. Yeah, sorry about your friend, but I wasn't expecting company, so I don't have any food ready. But I do have plenty of booze, so you're welcome to that.
Does our drow friend decide to like break down and cry when he realizes his wine got left behind?
He doesn't cry, he's just glaring at Ryland.
And
Speaking
I'm
of
like,
things
I'm sorry, Auntie wouldn't let go. I'm so sorry. I didn't think she was going to hold on that long.
It's fine.
you know, speaking of things getting left behind, who has an Eve's body?
It got put a bit in the body bag of holding.
Okay, good.
I was gonna say, I thought Derek put it in the body bag of holding.
Of
Just making
course,
sure.
of course.
Just making sure.
Oh, that's amazing.
We're all here except for the body. Oops.
Oh, we're gonna need to thank then.
So, it's late afternoon here at the lighthouse. Would you guys take a long rest at the lighthouse, or would you immediately start heading out?
I mean, we do have a few people along who really aren't meant for this sort of thing, so maybe not hike out in the dark.
I'm
Precisely.
up for traveling. We did the sightseeing the last time we were here.
Yeah, we don't really need the sightseeing as long as we can travel in the dark without getting, as long as we can, you know, not trip and fall and die.
Again, we kind of have some people along who probably aren't that used to traveling in a swamp.
That
And
is
Xylem
true.
just says, I actually prefer traveling at night. If you
Oh.
catch my drift.
Yes, I'm sure that makes
Oh, a
that
man
is
of the
much
night,
better.
I see.
Yes, yes.
And I feel like my
So,
connection with Mona would be a little stronger.
who other than Roland, who doesn't really have dark vision, I guess Mel doesn't have dark vision either.
She does, actually.
Oh, she does have dark vision.
I don't, but Lobo does.
So just ride on Lobo, you'll be fine.
Yep.
So you guys head out then?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if the party wants to, then sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so I'm gonna get. It's about late afternoon now. How would you guys travel through the night, or would you travel most of the way and then take a break?
I mean, we probably cannot get there in one go since we are already kind of exhausted.
Okay. So go ahead and can I get, we'll say, whoever wants to take the lead, make a survival check, and then I need one other person to just roll a flat d20.
I volunteer as
definitely.
tribute.
I was going to say I will definitely take the D20 because survival is not my strong suit.
I volunteer as tribute for the survival.
Nice, go for it.
Please don't fail.
Okay,
5.
nice.
Expertise is nice.
And then Derek, if you could also roll a d8.
Oh boy, here we go.
So this is how many
Yes.
heads the Hydra will have?
Yeah.
Yes.
On the plus side, this also is a low roll, so
Okay, let's see what this ends up being. Okay. If everyone can make a Constitution saving throw, and we'll say we'll give Ilya advantage because you were taking the lead, and
I'm
with
gonna
that
need it.
survival roll. Okay.
Oh,
So,
Not bad.
as this is going on, and
One
actually, real quick, we
second.
have a raid in the chat, so thank you all for joining in. Nice.
one quick question, depending on whether this is poison or not, I will need to potentially gain advantage.
Okay, so you would have advantage against us then. So as you're traveling through, Ilya, you see right at the very last second that there's a row of poisonous plants that you're traveling through that seem to be letting off kind of a nasty looking gas. And as soon as you're about to warn the party, they begin basically releasing this liquid. So let's go ahead and everyone rolled pretty decent. So anyone on a 12 or lower, which I don't think anyone did, would have been poisoned. But you guys will take half damage, so we'll go with 3 poison damage. And for Derek, it's even less. So we'll say you take 1 damage.
He's just excited. He's like, wait, are those mushrooms? Mushrooms?
Exactly. So now that you know the plants are there, we'll say if everyone can make, we'll say, a dexterity saving throw just to avoid any more plants going through this section of swamp. I love how Ryland's like, no, and then right before it gets to that 20. Nice. Okay. Doesn't seem to be an issue at all. So,
I'm just gonna. Yeah, 21. Fine.
that's amazing. So Ryland on the nat 20, you just run straight through and begin leaping and doing cartwheels, avoiding all the plants. And actually on that, no one takes any more poison damage, and you get out of the section of swamp practically unscathed in what could have been a bad situation. But you keep traveling through the forest, and we'll say it gets to about 9 o'clock after traveling for, said it was late afternoon, so about 5 hours. And it's definitely dark outside at this point. Would you stop or keep going?
I mean, do we want to try and risk it in the dark, or should we just take a quick break?
I mean, let's see what the smart people say. We'll ask Mel and Zayden.
They're not great in this territory. It's not necessarily their forte. But we'll say, based on the survival checks earlier, Ilya and Ryland, you would know, especially Ryland, just because you've been here before, you would know you have a second to go. You probably have about 3 hours left of the journey. So, actually no, that would be 4. So you would get there about 1 o'clock in the morning, but you would also maybe run the risk of exhaustion, especially after the battle with the doctor.
It's regardless. It's in bad taste to show up in the middle of the night.
The dead body? Yeah, probably.
Much better to show up early in the morning.
All right. I'll concede.
Okay.
You know, make sure the entire day is ruined and not just the night.
Alright. So, you take a long rest. Does anyone take watches?
I have a book to read.
Nice. So, we'll take a watch while reading a book, and I'll volunteer Mel too. Would anyone else take watches?
I'm sure.
Okay. So we'll say Tom goes first with the book. And then we'll go Tom, Mel, and then Ilya. Does that work?
Sure. Yeah, sure.
Okay. So, Tom, you begin reading the book, and we'll say by spending a little bit of time with it, go ahead and make an Arcana check.
This book is tingly. Oh.
You have no idea what this book does, but you do see a recipe for spicy tacos.
Yeah. Tieflings and tacos, man. I'll see y'all Tuesday.
Evening spicy taco.
But we'll say you have no idea what the book does. But after an hour, you can attune to it if you'd like, or you can wait for someone to identify it.
No. I wanna attune to unknown thing.
Okay.
I wanna just be reading and then wake up attuned and not know why.
I love it. Okay. So in that case, I'm going to give you access to the sheet then. It's
All right, but in game, I have no
Very
idea
easy.
why. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's put it in your journal. Okay, you should have access to it now. It's labeled Dr.
Okay.
Bro's famous cookbook. It's a homebrew magic item. It's kind of interesting.
Okay. Yeah. I'll put it. You put it in Discord. I'll take a look at it and.
Okay. It's actually a note on Roll20 that I gave you access to.
Oh, okay.
So, I can also copy and paste it over. But go ahead and roll a
Yes.
perception check for your watch as you're reading this cookbook.
I'm reading a book and it's making me feel things I shouldn't feel because it's just a book.
It's that kind of book.
You are
Oh,
so
gosh.
excited about the spicy tacos.
Illustrated by New.
I am a very focused reader. That's how I did so well in school.
So, it's dark out, but you're more concentrated on that spicy taco recipe than paying attention.
I am a taco fiend.
But we'll say it switches over to Mel's watch. Nice, okay. So she rolled really well on her perception check. Oh
Cool.
god. So she is just kind of studying her spell book and doing some writing, but she does clock something, but we'll say it's when she goes to wake up Ilya that she says, so some of the vines seem to be moving in the swamp. I think
Oh.
we should be careful.
Can I do a nature check to see if I have any idea what this might be?
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow, that's 22.
Ooh, okay. So, you know that, while you've not really traversed a whole lot in the Chimnora swamp, you know that there's a lot of, Fae influence, because of, Fossic's presence in the woods, but also that leads to some unpredictability with some of the creatures and plant life. And if vines are moving and possibly sentient, they might be somewhat dangerous and should probably be avoided.
You should go say hello, Mel.
She just glares at you.
No, I'm not gonna say that. Yeah, just gonna. Yeah, thanks for letting me know. I'll probably keep your distance.
Okay.
I mean, unless you're into that kind of stuff.
And she just goes, not particularly. And she goes into her trance. But is there anything you would do on your watch?
Yes, I'm gonna use the one use I have of beast sense to see the world through Lobo's eyes because he has dark visions. Dark vision. I do not.
Ooh, okay.
It lasts for 1 hour, but that's 1 hour where I can actually see something.
Nice, yeah. So go ahead and make a perception check for your watch.
It could be worse. It's 18.
I'm
Oh,
flashing
wait.
at the chat
I
stuff.
suppose this is a good question though. Since I am seeing the world through his eyes, would that count as my perception or his perception?
Through
The spell doesn't specify.
doesn't specify. We'll just go with your
Just
vision
says, like-
for
Okay, yeah, sure.
easiness.
Sounds good.
But on the 18, yeah, we're looking around, and besides for the creepy vines and the toxic plants that tried to kill you, the swamp is fairly peaceful. And you do sense a strong connection to Fossick here.
Oh, that's nice. So yeah, nothing too fancy going on.
No, nothing. We'll say on the 18, you get a better read on the location of the vines, and they appear to be in the southwestern direction, which you know you'll be heading towards next. So you'll have to, in the morning, lead the party either around it or safely through it somehow. So you're just kind of plotting in your head for now.
And do they seem excited to be here?
They do, very much so.
This is troubling indeed. I'll have to think about this.
That's amazing. But other than that, you see dawn break as much as it can through the dense swamp trees and murky ground around you. And there seems to be, especially this close to the Misty, like a dense fog that settles in. But all of you are awake and get your long rest.
Lobo's going to
Amazing.
let out a howl to wake everybody up.
What?
Oh!
Let's wake up.
And good morning to you too.
Ooh, long rest. I need coffee.
Did we bring any?
I usually have some. I raided the kitchen like 4 hours ago, so
Maybe she wasn't a coffee type. She might have been a tea person.
pretty sure she took her coffee like she took her men. Dead.
Ooh.
Huh.
She's a coffee person.
I thought you were gonna say stiff, but I guess yours makes sense too.
God damn it.
You guys are horrible and I love it.
Do our best.
Tall and creamy.
Welcome to Caffeinated Arcade. What can I say?
And after the coffee, I'm going to make Rel's spicy tacos for breakfast.
That's amazing.
Because he's been dreaming about them all night.
I had a
That's
dream
awesome.
about these tacos, and they were so spicy. And as a teacher, I just felt like I can handle it.
Sounds like syphilis.
So you make
So-
one serving of the
Yeah.
spicy tacos. Are you the one that's going to consume them?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm selfish.
Awesome.
And I read the note, so I've got that on the brain.
Nice. That's perfect. And they do pack a punch. They're really spicy. Even for a
I'm-
tiefling.
Even for a tiefling. Wow. It's okay. I'm ready.
All right. Is there anything you guys would do before continuing your journey to the Misty Lake?
Does anybody point out the moving vines to me? Do I know about the moving vines? Did they move last time we were here?
Just quickly, yes, I would have let the party know that. There'll be vines.
There are vines here? Oh, I didn't see anything.
Maybe you need to get your ass checked.
I'm gonna crunch really loudly. Yeah. I'll get right on that.
So, we'll need same thing for this last leg of the journey. Someone to lead the way with a survival check, and then someone to roll a d20.
So, yeah. I could go, Rylan could have go. Don't mind.
I'll be responsible for whatever befalls us again. I don't mind being the fall guy.
Nice.
So, want to take a shot? Want to take a shot at Ryland or Black go again?
You want me to roll a die 20?
Oh, like a survival check.
Could be survival.
Oh, a survival check? I'm good at those, usually. Having said that, I probably will get in that one again.
Okay. So, this is interesting. Derek, go ahead and roll a d8 again.
This is interesting is definitely the phrase you wish to hear. Big money,
It's
no
always
mummies.
great when your DM
Nice.
says this is interesting.
This is interesting.
That or you can certainly try.
So, Ryland, you think you lead the party around the vines until
Oh,
you're making a wide kind of path around, and then suddenly one that you miss out of the corner of your vision lashes out at you. Go ahead and make we'll say a dexterity saving throw.
At the Saints, the vines are happy to see us.
They're very happy to see you.
Bad vine. Bad vine. I do not consent to this touching.
Nice. Not 20. So you avoid all out of the way. Who's traveling right behind Ryland?
Probably me and Lobo.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a dex save with advantage because you saw what happened to Ryland. Nice.
Yep, 26.
Oh yeah, totally fine. So, you guys get the sense that these vines try to reach down and choke you. It just keeps getting worse. But you manage
Oh,
to.
can I
dodge
willingly
out the way.
fail a save?
Sure, if you'd like to.
I want to get choked a little.
That was
Oh,
amazing.
God.
Go ahead and make a dex save with disadvantage, Tom.
Hold on. Could be worse. Yes, it is. Okay, so that's 9 plus 7. So still 16.
So, despite you secretly wanting to fail. Your roguish
It wasn't a secret.
instincts come into play, and you manage to avoid the vines, although somewhat begrudgingly.
Sucks.
And the vines just appear to be sad and just tuck away into the brush.
Aw. Come on, Tom. Made them sad now.
We'll be back this way on the way back.
We're gonna need a sacrifice. Mel, go ahead.
Wait, what? No! Speaking of which, I didn't roll for her Zidon. Actually, Mel did pretty well. Then Zidon did fine too. So they also, after seeing you guys traverse through the vines, do just fine on their way through.
I suppose we could give them glucose.
That is horrible.
No, come back for him when we are returning to the circle.
So, we'll say, Derek, why don't we have you roll a perception check?
Oh boy. Let's see how this goes. Yep.
You're too
Just about
concentrated
perfect.
on Tom trying half-heartedly to avoid the vines. But you guys continue through. And that's when suddenly you rather abruptly run into what seems to be a few dragonborn individuals. One seems to be a rather tall blue dragon, actually, with he's probably about 6'5", rather strong looking, and they seem to be travelers carrying packs, and they're actually heading in what seems to be the opposite direction as you. So with the brush, you just kind of suddenly cross each other's paths, and they're not too heavily armed. He has a spear and he just holds it out and just says, "Who are you?"
We could ask you the same thing.
I suppose that's fair. You don't look like dangerous swamp creatures. And he puts the spear down but doesn't let go of it quite. Name's Flax. We're traveling northward. Where are you heading?
We have business in the Misty Lake.
Oh. Nice. We passed by there. We didn't stay for very long. It seems the lizard folk didn't want unknown visitors, which makes sense. But we actually come from Dracon.
From where now?
Dracon, well, specifically, Atumaru.
What are these guys talking about?
Anyone who makes
We're up.
anyone who wants to make a history check.
Yeah. Let's go for that, because I've got no clue what's going on here.
Ryland.
I
Oh.
need the map.
Nice.
I need a map.
Oh.
Tom and I
That
apparently
one.
have would looked at each other and we're like, Are we even in the right place?
Yeah.
Ah, even though I've never heard of these people,
That's
I still got an
amazing.
11.
I think these tacos were alcoholic.
So, Ilya, Tom, and Ryland, you have absolutely no idea what this dragonborn is talking about.
Let's see how well know about us. Why not?
Nice. Derek, however, you're well studied. You know that Dracon is the continent below Brista, and Atsumaru is a city on the northern end of the continent. So, if you take a ship, it doesn't take too terribly long to get from Atsumaru to the peninsula south of where you are now.
Okay.
And on that 24, you know that Atsumaru is known for dragon worship. And they seem to be more interested in dragons as patrons as opposed to the saints.
That's for me.
That's fair. That's fair.
Sounds like heresy. Also, I'd like to point out that Lobo got a 21 on that history check.
Nice.
I was gonna say, I love how the dog is far more aware of what's going on than either Rylan or Tom.
Yeah.
Or me.
That's pretty
The wolf
accurate.
totally knows what's going on, and Rylan and Tom are like, "What are they talking about?"
Lobo's well
If it's not
studied.
magic, I'm not interested.
Nothing gets past Lobo.
No.
So, Flax just sees the confused look on all of your faces and just says, "It's the continent below."
Oh, I
As
thought the world was flat.
there's a continent continent below us.
Yes.
You sure that's not just South Brista?
And the dragonborn just looks ultra, even more confused. So,
I'm sorry, we haven't got off the continent. So that's cool.
I take it they don't teach
Yeah.
you geography very well.
I kind of learned outside. My school was kind of outside, so I know more plants than I do history or geography. Sorry.
I
mean,
Although
learned
I'm really good
magic.
with maps.
Magic.
What is the point of learning about something you're never gonna visit?
Well, it helps if you're traveling long distances, I suppose.
True.
Also, learning about other people.
That's always fun.
People are overrated.
Of course, Elio would say that. So, Flax just says, "Oh, I don't want to hold you up too long or anything. Travel, if you're heading to the Misty Lake, seems like you're most of the way there already, so should be an easy task. Do you know, we're looking to head further north. We've never been to Brista, per se. We're just looking for a welcoming place to settle in. Is there anything you would recommend?"
Didn't you
Fort
just
Belleville.
talk down? Didn't you just talk down to us about not knowing the geography?
Fair.
Well, that's why they're asking. That's why they're asking for recommendations, I guess. Because that way we can give recommendations. Because the best way to learn is ask people who know, right?
You know, I've heard that Dev's skate is pretty pleasant this time of year.
Oh, don't listen to her.
What? What?
No, you don't want to go through what was it, the blighted something and all that elf stuff. Go to Port
Well,
Belleville. It's a party all the time.
Port
why
Belleville.
why not?
We've heard of it, and it seems like it would be a similar climate to what we're used to.
Yeah, that's where my dad met my mom.
Oh, how wonderful.
Wait, you
You
have
must have
parents?
such a loving family.
They love somebody. It just wasn't me, but that's okay. I'm used to it.
Flax is just
I
delight.
know magic.
Okay.
So my mom met my dad. I know magic.
I know magic.
So, Port Belleville. Well, since you gave us information, we will tell you that if you ever travel away from Bristow, which it doesn't seem like you do very much, seems like a lot of the dragon worshippers are leaning more towards chromatic dragons as of late, which we haven't very much enjoyed. Because our patron is actually a topaz water dragon.
Oh, I thought usually it was the metallic dragons that were popular.
Well, we have, let's say, Atsumaru, we all really enjoyed being around our patron. Her name is Roria. She's a very kind, benevolent dragon.
Doesn't sound like any of the saints I'm familiar with.
Oh, we don't worship any saints.
Guys, I think we should go.
Night Shroud. Moon Shroud.
We know of them.
Yeah.
Just
And
true
I show
not
off
to
my
get
tattoo.
involved.
Show off my tattoo and keep on trying to show off magic.
Nice.
Now I'm gonna cast Prestidigitate.
Okay. Flax says, "Well, it was nice talking to you." And he leans to the others and goes, "These people are weird." And they begin making their way northward.
If
Safe
they're gonna,
journeys.
if they're gonna lean in and be, cheeky about it. But I heard them, don't worry. In whichever direction they're gonna walk up. I would like to cast Entangle.
Nice. Okay,
Entangle with the poisonous vines. That's.
Oh, just Entangle, just, to give them a bit of, just to mess with them a little.
That does bring up an interesting point. Do you guys warn them about the vines?
What did
I
they
didn't
call
see
us
them. I
again?
was reading a book. There's some plants
They just said weird.
that's
Oh.
there's some plants that spew poison. Careful.
Nice. We roll for one other. Okay. So the two followers of the two companions with the Dragonborn seem to do fine traveling through the vines. But suddenly you watch as like all of the vines wrap around the neck of the Dragonborn and he's just like suspended in air as the breath starts to leave him.
Huh.
Do you
Well,
guys
I'm,
help?
I'm gonna go help.
Okay.
I'm gonna go help.
Nice. Make a. Or are you just gonna try to pry him loose?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can fly up if they're trying to lift him off the ground. I can fly up there and cut the vine.
Yeah, make an attack.
Oh my god!
Nice. And then, we'll say between you and also the two companions, slashing out at the vines, you're able to break him free. And he just holds a hand up to his neck and goes, "Oh my goodness, thank you. You saved my life."
Yeah, I was hoping they would strangle me, but, maybe they just like dragons better.
And he just looks like really concerned and says, "Well, forward we go. More carefully this time." He says,
Yeah,
"Thank you again."
watch out for poison plants, and good luck.
And they head off in the opposite direction. You guys keep going forward after your very awkward
Yes,
encounter.
but now I'm bringing up the rear,
Nice.
and I keep on like looking back with my neck up, seeing if they'll like reach me.
Make a dex save with disadvantage.
I'm
Oh,
worried
Tom.
about you.
This is
I
really
don't see
concerning.
why.
I've never had a player try to go into a plant trap.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, your roguish instincts just keep taking over. You're just like, damn it!
You never know. You can't miss experiences if you don't have them first. Okay, don't knock it till you try it.
Do you need me to shatter your kneecaps or something?
No, it's not like that. It's not like that.
Shall I put a noose around your neck so I can lead you around or something?
Now
Take
you really are
behind us?
exploring some other fetishes.
Is that what you want?
I mean,
Shall
I do
we-
have a rope.
Shall we
Have a
put a
rope, we
rope
could hang-
around your neck and Lobo can just lead you around like a dog?
Exactly, we could hang you right. We could hang you right now if you want to.
No. It has to be a certain texture. Vines just. Danevi used to know Thorn Whip. Like it's a whole thing.
Okay.
Oh. I see.
You broke the
Alrighty.
thumb.
And you guys are sure that Zanevi was a follower of Fazak?
He had his
Well, I
moments.
wasn't. I am not.
Oh no, what? I'm pretty sure you're just a follower of your own. Yeah.
I was a follower of like nothing really, and then I met Moonshroud, and they were like Mona's cool, and I was like, okay, Mona seems cool, and then I got this sick tattoo, and I'm like, yeah, Mona's cool. Oh, and I met Saint Nightingale, right? Is that her name?
Mhm.
Yeah. And poor Evie never got to meet her.
Yeah.
He was a little embittered about that.
Saint Nightingale's cool too, but I don't think she likes me. Because she keeps on taking people I love away from me.
Woo.
It's
Well,
fine.
if you want to sit down and talk about Mona, I suppose we could figure something out.
I mean, I don't know a lot about Mona. I just know that I rep the colors and, Moonshroud,
Oh.
right, Zaiden?
Oh, I forgot he was there. He's the new Mel. He's just awkwardly traversing the swamp, and he is so out of his element. You get the sense that he really likes being in the city and is just completely unhappy with these circumstances, so he's just kind of sulking.
Well,
You need a
Mona
hand?
for life.
I'm alright. Just used to feeling like a boss in the city. Completely out of my element here.
All birds need to leave the nest sooner or later.
That's true. And he is just awkwardly carrying his umbrella over his head, just leaking the shadows. And with him sulking, it's kind of an interesting sight.
we'll make this quick. I'll stop trying to get strangled.
And
Save it for later.
if you really want to, I mean, we can figure something out.
No, not now, not now. Later.
I was gonna say once we actually get to where we're going, if you really want, I'm sure. Like there's two of us who have entangle. I'm sure we could figure it out for you.
Then again, I don't think Lobo would appreciate that.
Oh, he gets jealous, does he?
Very.
Yeah, he does.
So, you make your after having some interesting encounters with vines and dragonborns, you see the Misty Lake off in the distance, and you see all of the lizard folk are going about their business. Some doing trade, or some are out on hunting trips. But you do see that some patrols guarding the village spot you, and they hold up spears in your direction. And first, does anyone speak Draconic?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Oh.
So, at first, they just say, "Who are you? What are you doing here?" And it doesn't seem to be ones you've encountered before.
Okay. I was bringing up the rear, so I'll scoot forward and bow and be like, "We are here with unfortunate news of Sinevi of the Misty Lake to his people and his mother."
Oh. And you hear Tom speaking in Draconic, just this very, like, guttural sounding language to the lizard folk, and the rest of you are completely lost as to what's going on. But, they just say, "What's happened to Sinevi?"
It's best we speak to his mummy.
He has gone from this place.
And they kind of bow their heads and start speaking in common at this point, and we'll say, "Where is he now?"
He is. He's in the bag.
You have to say, just be so blunt about it.
We needed a way to carry him. Ravage.
In pristine condition is his gently reposed person. Take him out of the bag. Take him out.
Very gently and reverent, very carefully on the ground, sort of showing as much respect as he can to the body.
We'll start prepping the herbs and incense immediately. We need to purify the body, but it seems like you've kept him in fairly good condition. That way his soul's not tainted and can reach Fossick.
Thanks, Zayden.
And he gives you a thumbs up. And they each take the body of Sinevi. And let's see what we have here.
Don't worry, I'm just...
I have your notes, Mads. So just
Oh,
so
oh, you already
everyone knows, Matt has provided me with burial rituals for the Misty Lake tribe.
Oh my god. Can you just rise from the dead for like 10 minutes?
Yes.
So first, they do before doing any of this, they will begin taking Sinibi's body to what you would recognize as Priya's hut, and they quickly knock on the door, and without waiting too long, she answers, and you see the familiar shape of Priya, somewhat hunched over an older lizard folk woman. And this would be Ilya's first time seeing her. But she just says, "Oh, it's so good to see all of you." And she instantly looks down and sees Sunivi's body being carried by the two lizard folk patrolmen. Oh,
We wish it was under better circumstances. We're so sorry.
my son. Come on in. And they lay him in the center of the hut, and they begin. Freya begins casting a spell, which you get the sense is another gentle repose, but the rest of them begin immediately entering into a ritual, and they bring some herbs and honey and water to clean and purify the body. And Freya just says, "This is to make sure that as the body decays, it is purified, so he can enter the afterlife properly." What happened?
He was grievously wounded by an assailant as we were trying to rescue a member of the Dynasty royal family. And unfortunately, despite having some nearby compatriots, he did not receive aid in time.
Well, thank you for bringing him back. I just can't believe he's gone. At the hands of softskins, no less.
Oh, more of them died than we took loss.
So you avenged him.
We did. He gave his life trying to liberate a city
That's good.
from the hands of some dynasty stooges, pirates, slavers, the worst kind of scum.
As much as I don't like to see a loss of life. They hurt my boy. So, excuse me for a minute, and you just see her taking some time to pray to Fossick, and is very intent on whatever traditions they have in place. Is there anything you would ask her specifically?
I have a small urge, but out of respect, I will repress it.
I dread to hear about Tom's urge.
I mean, if you recall how I handle when people lose the important men in their life.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh
Please
gosh.
don't.
God damn it.
I
But
will
again-
be your rebound, baby.
There, you know. But
Um,
no, I'm not. I didn't do it. I'm not doing it. But I didn't not think about it. I had some very spicy tacos this morning.
Nice. You hear Booker's voice all the way from Mead Haven. For fuck's sake, Tom.
For fuck's sake. Disgusting.
So,
I do actually have something I suppose I would like to ask her.
yeah.
Pardon me, miss. I don't believe we've been acquainted.
I don't think so either. It's a pleasure to meet you, though.
Same to you. I'm assuming you were, well, yeah, I've gathered you were Benevi's mother.
Yes, I'm Priya. I'm the medicine woman of the tribe.
See. And avid follower of Fazak, I take it?
Yes,
Well,
that is our faith.
do you believe that the orcs were amongst the Fazak now, or is that
She-
still was up in the air, so to speak?
Kind of closes her eyes for a second and focuses and says, I sense he's brought Fossick great pride. And she says, if I'm being honest, I'm having a little bit of disconnect between our tribe's beliefs and my personal ones. I have the capability to bring him back, but I don't have any of the materials, first of all, and also we don't normally mess with the balance of life and death. I believe that death is a natural part, but that's my son.
Well, if it makes the decision easier for you, nobody here was brought back to me by Fazak himself. So mayhaps he's not as strict about these things as one would think. Not trying to impose on your beliefs, of course.
Of course. You're a follower of Fossick.
But I am.
Well, if he can bring back a wolf, maybe there's hope for my son yet.
One would hope.
And she kind of looks up to the rest of the party and says, There is a ritual I can perform. You fall. Yes, I'm his mother, but you've been traveling with him as late. I can bring him back. We don't keep the materials here on hand in the Misty Lake. Do you have access to any of this? If I recall correctly, it's been a while. I would need a diamond.
How big?
I don't know how you. I know Soskins like to price them, per se. It would have to be a fairly big diamond.
I mean, I don't believe we have any honors at this point. Do we?
I do not.
I got a pearl, not a diamond.
We got some rubies and we got pearls, I think.
Yeah, it doesn't
I
add up.
don't know if I have any diamonds.
Yeah,
You can see.
knowing what I know of spellcrafting, I know we don't have what we're looking for.
We can return with the items if you give us a list.
Yes, and we'll say Derek and Tom, roll a quick Arcana check. Being more
Yeah.
arcanely natured.
And we had approached this idea with Zayden, but we don't have like this came up.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so nearly at 20. God damn it.
Then I'll roll for him. Not got a natural one, so she's useless. Even though she's like higher level than all of you.
Oh, fuck's sake, man!
Use her portent. She has portent.
That is true, yeah. Here, let me see what her higher and low roll is for today.
This is important.
Oh, God.
So, Tom,
Hold
you
on,
would...
Hold on. Sorry, go on.
Oh, Tom, you like the finer things in life, and based on the diamond she's talking about, needing something a little heftier in size, you would guess that you would need about a 500 gold piece diamond for what she's talking about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that tracks.
So she just says, if you have a way to get that for me, I could conduct the ritual. There's no knowing if it would work or not, of course. Sometimes if a soul's ready to leave, there's nothing you can do.
And I do think that is the case in this situation. There are other rituals that would allow us to simply communicate with Sinevi and ask if it would even be his wishes to continue in the mortal plane. And I think I know from my time with him that his wishes, were to be the best for us.
Interesting. Well, I can reach out to him. I do have that capability. If you think it would be beneficial. Or we can send you off to find a diamond.
We should probably check with him first.
If we're able to, if I wouldn't mind hearing from him again, even if
Even
only
if he
for the
just says, "Guys, leave me alone."
yeah, I mean,
5 more minutes.
So, Zidon comes up and just says, I also have that capability if it would be upsetting for you to, you know. And Priya just goes, talk to the corpse of my son. And Zidon just goes, yeah, that.
I like this woman.
And Priya just says, no, it should be me.
Priya's pretty awesome. Yeah.
So she prepares a small ritual, and you see a green glow, and a bunch of fireflies appear around Suneebi's body, and suddenly the fireflies seem to make his eyes glow, and the head suddenly lifts up with a faint semblance of life, but you all know it's
You meant to be done with Dandy.
just the memory.
Not 7.
just being a little late.
And Preya will ask, Suneebi, I'm so sorry. Do you want to be brought back to life? And Matt, I'm gonna leave it up to you.
Yep, and I'm carefully contemplating my answer here.
Yeah, out of game, I thought you were cool with what happened. So I that's why I'm like, I don't know that we're supposed to do this, but I don't know how to bring that up.
That's the thing, like, me as a player, I definitely was, but...
Find out next time on Adventures in Alainn.
You know what? That's fair. It's 7. I would love to table this. This is
It's
like...
a big decision. I understand that too.
Yeah, that might not be a terrible idea.
That we can do.
Yeah, let's cliffhanger for the end of the year.
Oh yeah,
And
that's
what a
true.
cliffhanger
yeah.
to have.
That's amazing. So
Tune in next year to find out if he lives or dies.
Yeah, that's a good plan though. I agree with that. So we'll go ahead and wrap it up there, and next week we'll have to find out if the Fannies will decide to revive their old party member. If they're able to find a diamond too. There's that. So there are a couple factors at play. But we'll go ahead and wrap it up there for this evening. Thank you all for tuning in, and thank you so much for the raiders who came into the stream. And yeah, we'll wrap it up there. Happy New Year to everyone, and we will see you next week. Same time, same place. Bye!
Happy New Year.
Happy New
Don't
Year.
get choked by the wines.